Hello, dear ones, and welcome to the new edition of the Top 10 PPC News of the last week. A little late because I took a vacation too. So let's talk about the news from July 19th to 26th. What are we talking about? Google, Chrome. Unmotivated happiness, actually, for the abandonment of third-party cult management. Video editing with artificial intelligence in the product feed, a break-even simulation script, new tests, always with artificial intelligence in the overviews managed by artificial intelligence in Google SERPs, and then top quality score or badges for online stores coming to other countries. As for Meta, another multimillionaire, or rather multi-billionaire, is coming to the European Union. The chatbot will be available in other languages, including Italian. Remarketing, a discussion on remarketing. We'll see in what sense. LinkedIn has the first data on predictive audiences, and then TikTok has a nice post on how to use it for market research. But let's immediately look at an extra piece of news. HotSuite has published a social media report for the second quarter of 2024. There's a whole series of data on how the social world is developing, so social media. Interesting for having an overall picture to then run campaigns correctly. News number 10. Let's start the top 10 at the last place naturally with a post by Thomas Hatchell on LinkedIn.com, where he announces that he found among the first that the top quality score badge for shopping ads for the best stores according to Google. So with a series of criteria that Thomas summarizes in his post, is about to be released in India and Japan. It is already available in America, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. So it will probably arrive quite quickly in Europe as well. Europe as so still on LinkedIn.com, Simone Dasseretto this time made a nice post explaining all the tools within TikTok that can be useful for conducting real market analysis at zero cost instead of doing expensive surveys. A well-structured, interesting announcement with insights that even I didn't know. News number 8. AJ Wilcox, also on lingreen.com, published the first available data. As far as I know, on predictive audiences in LinkedIn ads, which are those where LinkedIn automatically suggests users similar to the chosen ones who can convert, who have the highest possibility of conversion. And here, then AJ Wilcox gives some suggestions. So first of all, to put some limits on these audiences, and then to expect, in short, much more limited numbers on predictive audiences than on the initial audiences. News number 7. Barry Schwartz from SearchEngineRoundtable.com reports Google's announcement that they are attempts again to insert ads into AI managed overviews in the SERPs after withdrawing the search generative experience a few months ago. Now they are trying again, probably more confident in the results. Soon, first in the United States, then probably tries in the rest of the world, these ads will start appearing in the overviews. And we will see if this time they are a bit more reliable than the first round. News number 6. On LinkedIn.com, as usual, John Luna talks about remarketing. Basically, he says that before Facebook's Advantage Plus automatic audiences came out, he always used at least one remarketing campaign. Now, he doesn't see much use for it anymore because in reality, 25 to 30% of the budget in automatic campaigns, Yoshi, is usually always now dedicated to remarketing. Right or wrong, it is the point of view of a fairly experienced professional. News number 5, Mike Rhodes on LinkedIn.com has published a script that allows us to simulate how the break-even point moves in our campaigns depending on different budgets and the cost per click we manage to achieve on the platform. In short, it can be useful, especially for programming and planning your campaigns. News number 4. Andrew Hutchinson from socialmediatoday.com reports that the chatbot, the AI-managed robot that allows managing chats on Facebook, will be available in several other languages, such as Italian and some other European languages, for example, Spanish and French, as well as German and Portuguese. Well, news number 3, the Podia. Dario Zanoni on LinkedIn.com is among the first to announce that Google will soon integrate the image editor, the tool that allows automatic enhancement of product images within the product feeds, which will then be used in Performance, Max, and other feed-based campaigns. So this is great news for those who have somewhat poor product images and want to improve them without spending an entire lifetime, especially if you have tens of thousands of products. News number 2, the bra medal. Meta announced another hefty fine is coming in Europe for abuse of dominant position, with the initial estimate being 13.5 billion euros as a fine, which is, quote, quite significant because Facebook actually integrated the marketplace into its platform, thus abusing its dominant position in the social media sector. We'll see how it ends, but it will definitely have a significant impact. On the platform, news number 1. The top news of last week is something that probably everyone has already heard, but not many have focused on an important piece of information. For this reason, I chose, to share the post by Filippo Trocca, a very skilled Italian analytics specialist who reports the news on Google's decision to not automatically disable third-party cookies in Chrome starting in 2025. As previously announced, first in 2023, then in 2024, and then in 2025, Google has now thrown in the towel and will not automatically disable third-party cookies. However, the unwarranted joy that followed this announcement online is indeed unwarranted, because in reality, it will ask users if they want to use them or not. If the data is comparable to the consent given for using cookies on websites, the majority of users will say no. Further complicating the tracking of results in any type of campaign, especially outside of Google, to tell the truth, outside of Google and Facebook, which have, let's say, a very large user base that allows them to model conversions more effectively. Instead, all other platforms will be penalized by this. Choice, at least until an alternative system, which could be Google's privacy sandbox, is developed. This decision will start to cause a lack of data for accurately tracking conversions as early as the coming months. In fact, I have already seen a couple of requests to stop using certain cookies from Chrome, so the change is quite imminent. Well, that's all for this week. See you next time. If I forgot something important, leave a comment and I might consider it next week. May the ROI will be with you and more peace for everyone. Bye.